coming up. Know this man. You don't know this man. You know, he could have a gun on him. Why did this man grab my whole fucking face?
I know you trans or whatever, but you need to get your style up.
Why would you let this bitch fuck you in front of me? Girl, this is not Mortal Kombat. What is you doing? I don't understand why I caught a straight bullet. What the fuck did I do? So y'all, I know I was talking shit earlier about like my hair, saying I didn't like it, whatever the case may be. I still don't. However, y'all see how it's moving now. Babe, when I tell you, silicone mix is that girl. Sit back, girl, grab you a snack. I'm eating me a literal bowl of Mauritian beef ramen noodles. These are honestly my favorite noodle of all time is the teriyaki beef chow mein noodles. Like, girl, somebody buy me that for Christmas. I promise you, like, you'll be in my next Twitter video. Girl, like, and I'm not playing, bitch. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for videos like this one. And if you love my gorgeous face, obviously, make sure you share with your friends, your family, your foes, all that. And let's get right into this video. Storytime takes place back in, child, I want to say like early 2021, y'all. I was 20 years old. Around this time, y'all, I had just started my transition. I was dealing with that boy, what the fuck I call him? Child, I'm gonna have to do some story times about Chris too, y'all, because I had realized in my video that I told, if you're an OG, you know about Chris. But if you're not an OG, you may not know about Chris. But Chris was this boy who basically did me really dirty, and he threatened to call the cops on me because he was in his apartment fucking on a damn girl that I guess was a lit girl or something like that. Maybe she was a celebrity or some shit. And he happened to get a chance to like spend the night with her or something. I don't know. But he threatened to call the cops on me when his ass invited me to come over to his house. So, girl, I'm going to retell this story time because, y'all, why was this man's number literally leaked in the video? Y'all, I'm not this type of person. I don't be leaking folks' numbers and shit like that. I don't be doxing people. His picture popped up, everything. And then, like, this person in the comments was like, hey, did you mean to, like, not, block out his number and his picture? At first, I was like, girl, I don't give a damn. But when I really sat and thought about it, you kind of really need to give a fuck. Because, like, people are crazy. Hoes know where you live. Like, you just never know, like, what's going on in people's heads. Like, he already off one. Like, 75 different medications, girl. And that's not my story to tell. Bitch, you play with me if you want to. Or I'll serve you banana pudding because he allergic to bananas. Play with me if you want to. I was on this app, and you all should know what app I'm talking about. I was on Plenty of Fish. Now, for the newcomers, if you guys are new, or if you guys aren't in the dating scene, or if you guys aren't in the link-up scene, or if you guys, like, don't be on dating apps, period, or if you're just a single bitch and you rather not deal with people, girl, I understand. So let me explain to you what the hell POF is, or Plenty of Fish is. I'm pretty sure I've seen commercials about them before, but bitch, I can't breathe. Plenty of Fish is basically just like a little cute dating app for singles. It's supposed to be really for the straight community, but the dogs gotta come in and show their ass because, like, girl, like, not y'all trying to act like we're not the most important ingredient in the milkshake, because we're the ones that bring all the boys to the yard. Clock it. I was on that little app, girl, doing my daily scroll, girl, and I happened to swipe right on this boy, y'all. So for the sake of the story time, we're going to keep the name that I named him so I can make sure I maintain the integrity and not integrity. So we're going to call this boy Jermaine for the sake of story time. That is not his real name, obviously, but, that's the name that I named him in the story time. So Jermaine matched with me, of course. Boop, swipe right. You already know what T was. So Jermaine, look, trying to talk about this damn hair because she done napped up already. To give y'all the description of what Jermaine looked like, y'all, Jermaine was this dark-skinned man. He wore, like, glasses, real big bug eyes. He had a very, like, ugly-ass hairline. Like, y'all, I really hated his hairline. He was probably, from what he said on the profile, he was like, what, 6'2", maybe 6'3", somewhere up in that height range. He was like a thicker guy, but he wasn't like heavy set. He was just more like on the thicker side, if that makes sense. Like, he was like slim thick, but like not slim waist, ass fat. No, he was just like a thicker guy, just skinny. Stocky. I think that's the word. Husky? No, definitely stocky. He swiped right on me, girl. We was on a cute little pop, a cute little conversation, girl. Not really talking about too much. We were just kind of like, chatting, getting to know each other. Same old spiel that I always say in every video, like, not really nothing too interesting, right? So, we're going to fast forward, right? Now, This is around the time when I actually started my transition, y'all. And I started my transition August 25th, 2021. I'll never forget it. I will never forget it, y'all. I started August 25th, 2021. That's when I went to go to the appointment, and then I started my hormones on August the 28th, 2021. So, you know, I ended up telling him, like, you know, I started on my hormones and stuff like that. He was like, oh, yeah, like, that's cool, that's what's up, blah, 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 right? So, me and him, we never really had, like, a close relationship. We really didn't like, well, I mean, I'm not going to say we really didn't, but we really didn't, like, you know, we didn't get along that well, if that makes sense. So, you know, we would kind of get into, like, little small arguments every now and again, every, like, you know, so often. But it wasn't, like, you know, anything that was, like, going to piss me off too bad to where, like, I just stopped dealing with the guy. So, one day, you know, I was doing my little scroll, and around this time now, I've met, oh, ooh, whoa. Around this time, y'all, I've met Chris, and I have met, the other boy. What was his name? Y'all know the one when I was taking him to the bank or whatever, and he was being a smart ass the whole entire time, bitching and complaining about every little thing, starting this shit. I'm like, oh, if you're gonna take me to go cash my check, then don't be talking to me. Y'all remember him, right? I don't know if y'all do, I just don't remember his name. I was working at, what's the name of that place? I was working at the FedEx hub over there on Democrat, y'all, and y'all know I was doing security for Ally Universal. So I started to, like, kind of experiment with my looks, you know, started wearing my weaves, you know, getting my hair done. I got my very first sew-in back when I was working at the Amazon, when that boy snitched on himself and he basically exposed himself to the whole entire warehouse. I didn't have to do a damn thing. Like, you allowed yourself to guilt trip yourself into thinking that somebody was talking about you, and you outed yourself, and you was mad, talking about, so you wanted to fight me when I got off work, but a bitch never stepped up. Girl, how you mad at me because you spilled the beans? What the fuck? I was on my little scroll, of course, like always, on my little Plenty of Fish. I started to meet, like, different guys now. I met this light-skinned boy with these really beautiful eyes, girl. Oh, God, that man is so fine. And I still see him every now and again, but this is not about him. So I get a text from old boy Jermaine, right? And he was like, hey, you know, like, what you doing later on today? I'm like, oh, well, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just going to be sitting at home with my feet up, watching ridiculousness with who? The damn cat, bitch, you already know. He was like, okay, well, I'm going to be, like, at a hotel, like, having a little hotel session if you would like to come to the hotel and, like, hang out with me. I was like, yeah, like, I don't have a problem with that. You know, I'd have to Uber. But other than that, like, you know, I don't have an issue with coming to the hotel to come see you. He was like, okay, cool. Like, that's fine. That's all right. I said, okay, well, great. So, you know, work went on. Ended up coming on home, girl. And, you know, I was still at the house. So I ended up actually not being able to link with him that day. But luckily for me, I was off 2 days in a row after that. So he hit me up the very next day, y'all. And I was just at the house, of course, chilling. It took me a little shower, girl. Washed my little booty, ooty, girl. Shaved my little ball, whatever the case may be, honey. And, you know, I'm just in the house just, like, relaxing. The house was quiet, girl. I'm thinking about my life, girl, reflecting on my past transgressions, honey. Asking God for forgiveness and to deliver me from the sin of homosexuality. He was like, hey, like, what happened to you yesterday? I'm like, oh, boo, like, I was just too tired. And, like, you know, not being able to link up with you because I was just like, you know, just not in the mood. Lies, gag on this bitch. I ended up going to go see Chris, honey. And when I went to go see Chris, I Ubered over there. Girl, Chris was acting so fucking funny, y'all. Why the fuck, when I went to go see him, honey, he had a whole girl in the house. And she was like his friend, drunk or whatever. But she was supposed to be like giving him the bop and staying there because he didn't want her to be like crashing or whatever the case may be. Child, I tell that story time because it's so many story times that I told y'all in that story time. When if y'all are like OGs, you know. But there's so many story times I didn't touch base on. I just gave y'all like a little summary. I'm gonna tell that story time, leading up to the point to when I stopped dealing with him. Okay, it's like, well, you know, would you mind like still like coming to the hotel room because I have a hotel for like today and tomorrow. I was like, yeah, like I don't know why I'm coming to the hotel. Like that's cool. He was like, so I have another question to ask you. I'm like, yes, boo. Like, what's tea? Like, spill it to grandma. Like, what's tea? So friends like, oh, you know, I have this guy here, and he was interested in having a threesome. Is he gay? He was like, no, he's not gay. Is he feminine? No, he's not feminine. Is he a top? He was like, no, he's not a top. I said, okay, so what does he look like? He was like, well, you know, he don't want me sending like pictures of him out and things like that, so he's not gonna allow me to send allow me to send you a picture of him, but I can show him a picture of you, and if you're comfortable with that, then I can get him to Uber you to the hotel room. I said, yeah, boo, like that's fine with me. Like I don't care, girl. Look, a paid trip that I ain't gotta pay for. Girl, and I had just got paid too, girl. Them checks for Allen Universal, girl, doing security, that wasn't nothing but $125. A free ride. Call me a scholarship, bitch. I said, yeah, I'm cool with that. Like, I'm down with it. That's fine. So, girl, he ended up letting the African boy know that, you know, well, first of all, did I tell y'all he was African? Well, now y'all know that the guy was African. He ended up telling the guy that, you know, I was down with the threesomes type situation, and he offered to go ahead on and book me a ride there. I was like, great, this is awesome. Like, I don't have to pay for this shit. That's great. So, you know, I didn't really, like, know anything about, like, douching at this time, because douching was not in my vocabulary, because I didn't start really, like, having sex. Like, y'all, funny thing is, I didn't even have sex with Chris up until, like, I want to say, like, late 2022. Friend gets me the little Ubu jobber, and I had on this little, the shirt I had on in the last story time that I just got done telling y'all about T and Mar and, what's that boy named Cedric? Bitch, that's the shirt I had on. I had on these, blue plaid. I don't want to call them like, they're not corduroy, girl. I think the pattern is called plaid, right? Like these pants right here. This is the pattern of pants that I had on. Look like that. And they have like bleach stains on them, girl, because y'all know I be doing my own hair. So that's irrelevant, but it's just details to like build up to the story. And y'all, I had started growing out my hair. Because again, like, I'm only 20, y'all. I just got out of high school. I had cut my hair off in high school. I had like a fade, like a cute little, like, it wasn't no 360, girl. It was giving very much so like 150. Like, it was giving very much so 150. I was growing up my hair, had my hair like this cute little fro, but I didn't know how to braid at that time, really. So I had to like kind of finesse some braids and throw a cute little wig on, right? But I couldn't find my wig, girl, and that hair was so ass. But I have a picture of what that wig looks like. And I had on my little blue little furry little beauty supply store flip-flops with little rhinestones around the edges of it, girl. And that's pretty much it. So I couldn't find my wig, so I ended up putting on my do-rag. Now, I had my little do-rag on, my little shirt, my little pants, girl. Friend, let me know that the Uber was like, 5-6 minutes away from me. Okay, so I went, brushed my teeth, washed my face, got myself looking all cute, or about as cute as a bitch could look at that time. Because, honey, it takes you a while to grow into yourself as like a trans person. It takes you a while. So, you know, I'm feeling like pretty snazzy, feeling real possessive, feeling real sassy, feeling real, yay, girl. I forgot what car it was. I do not recall. But I do recall this. So I get on in the car. I let friend know that, you know, I'm on my way there. I had packed me a purse. And at this time, y'all, the only purse that I had at that time was my little cute little polo flat bag, y'all. And that was probably my very first purse that I bought. Yeah, y'all, that was my very first purse that I bought. And I packed it up with like some oils and stuff like that, girl, just in case like they didn't have anything, because I didn't know like I didn't know what to expect. We ended up pulling on up to the hotel. We, meaning me and the Ubu driver, we pulling up to the hotel, right? And the name of this hotel was called Memphis Inn. I think it's like over there in like Fraser, I believe. I'm not too sure, y'all, because I've never been back, so I don't know. But it's like this weird looking, like, if you think about the apartments in like Tokyo, Japan, how it's like stacked on top of each other, like the rooms are stacked on top of each other, but it's like the rooms are outside. They're not inside of an actual hotel. Like, they're outside of a hotel. And they have like 3 flights of stairs. And they're like kind of bluish, like a deep blue for the doors, kind of like a sea blue, like not really sea blue, kind of like baby blue. I don't know how to explain that color blue. It's like a real ugly color blue, like a gray blue or some shit like that. Friend tells me that the room is 201, no poplar. So I'm like, okay, child. I get on up out the car, girl. I'm looking around. Again, y'all, I don't have on a wig at all. I just have on a do-rag, a t-shirt, my pajama pants, and my cute little fuzzy flip-flops. So it was giving very much so gay boy. Like, it was not giving trans girl. So I get on up the car, I'm looking around. I'm like, where the fuck did this man say that this room was? So I don't walk. Y'all, I literally walked all the way around the whole entire, like, not complex, that's a bit dramatic, but I walked around technically I could say that, but I walked around the whole entire circumference of that damn outside hotel. I walked from upstairs to downstairs to around back. I done walked over there where the pool is. So basically, I'm like giving myself my own little personal tour, because, like, girl, what the fuck? So, girl, I finally up finding the room, and the door was kind of like cracked open when I walked into the room. So, girl, I look at the door. I'm looking. Now, I ain't gonna just walk into no room just because the door is open now. Because I don't know, girl. Could somebody hide behind the door and they ready to bop me on top of my head, girl, and take my life. Like, you just never know. I happen to, like, see somebody staring at me in, like, the window. So it kind of, like, startled me a little bit. And I'm like, girl, who the fuck is this? So Jermaine's like, hey, it's me. Like, come on, come on, come on. As soon as I walk in, why is the African man sitting down, girl, face down, booty up in the air, right? So, girl, I'm like, okay, girl, this is cute. This is tea. Like, this is fish. This is cut. Like, I like this. So, girl, you already know what I did. I don't have to get into, like, the explicits of all the details and things like that because I don't want to, like, ruin the story time by skipping ahead. I'm just trying to, like, make sure I'm staying on track. So, you already know what I did, baby. Tossed the salad, girl, whatever the case may be. And then friend Jermaine went and sat on the bed in the same position. And then I tossed his salad as well. So, after that, you know, people in that room were having way too much fun. And what I mean by that is, bitches was up in there. They was sniffing, they was snorting, they was shooting, and they was smoking. And that's all I'm going to say on that, girl, because the rest of that is not my tea to tell. And Jermaine was on that shit, y'all. Like, I mean, like, really on that shit. Like, I'll never forget one time he came to my house, and girl, like, we were supposed to be having, like, a cute little link-up. Girl, he was just really, like, out of body. Like, you could tell something was wrong with him. And he was, like, trying to, like, get down to get down. And baby friend could not get up to get down, if you know what I'm saying. So then on top of that, he kept falling asleep. Friend almost passed out. I had to catch him. He needed to wash his face. He couldn't breathe. You're not finna die on my watch, bitch. They started, like, doing their own little thing, whatever it is. You know, the African dudes start munching on Jermaine. So I'm just like, okay, girl, like, this is crazy. But, I mean, all right. This is, I guess, interesting. I can work with this. So, you know, I done laid back in the bed a little bit. And friend, when I say friend, I mean the African guy. Now, I'll say Jermaine when I'm talking about Jermaine. So, friend walks over to the dresser, girl. And he walks over, like, to me once he leaves the dresser. Do you smoke? I was like, yeah, like, I smoke. He was like, do you want to smoke this? And I mean, like, he took this purple pipe and put it all up in my face. Of course, I kind of, like, backed up a little bit. I'm like, no, like, I'm good. Like, I'm fine. Like, I don't want to smoke that. He was like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, boo. Like, I'm fine. I don't want to smoke that. Bitch, I still smoked it, though. I still smoked it, girl. It was just weed. Like, honestly, it was just weed, girl. It wasn't that bad. It was just weed. So I was like, okay, boo. Like, God was on my side at that damn time. I cleaned to that dresser, girl. Crushed some shit up with a credit card. And girl, he was lit. When I take out, he was lit, bitch. He was lit. So I'm seeing all these little gadgets sitting around up on the dresser and stuff, right? And this is very, like, culture shocking to me. Because I've never experienced, like, a threesome before a day in my damn life. So he walks over there. He, like, grabs this pack of, like, I'm guessing it's, like, lube or something like that. He was like, it's strawberry flavored. I'm like, really? He was like, yeah, you want to taste? I'm like, I guess, sure. Like, I don't mind it. Girl, why did this man grab my whole fucking face? Like, girl, his two big-ass basketball hands, put both of them hands on my tomato-sized head, and pulled me close. Girl, when he was kissing me, child, why is friend spitting this nasty-ass lube in my mouth? This is so disgusting. Why are you doing that? So, I was like, okay, this is too kinky for me. That is not my style. So, I'm like, yeah, it kind of tastes like what you talking about. So, girl, after that, like, Jermaine started, like, kind of like, you know, munching on me a little bit, girl, whatever the case may be, honey. So, I'm kind of like, now I'm in the zone. Now I'm kind of feeling it. Now I'm like, okay, you know, I got a little high a little bit. So I'm kind of just like going with the motions. So not even, I want to say like 5-10 minutes later, there's a knock on the door. Now, normally in a hotel, when you hear a knock on the door, it's the folks that's just telling you to come up, you know, to kick your ass up out of there. But surprisingly, this time around, it wasn't that. The African guy jumps up off the bed, mind you, ass naked, walks over to the door, opens the door, and this trans girl walks in. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, I finally get to see a trans woman in person. Like, I was so hyped to see this damn girl because I had never seen a trans woman in person before. I've always heard about them, watched videos, grew up watching, like, Malibu Dolphins is not trans, but I grew up watching, like, It's Bambi, Playhouse, and all the other girls. So this was my, like, first ever experience actually seeing a trans woman in the flesh. So she walks on in, brown skin girl, had a cute little side part, like curly sew-in. Like, it wasn't like curly, like wavy hair, but it was like curled, like with a curling iron. Real cute, real cute. Ass was so flat though, girl. Had a flat ass, girl, like SpongeBob booty, girl. Real flat, pancake. But mama's was cute. You know, she had a cute little pink shirt on, some blue jeans, and she had like these little black slides on. Girl, why? After all of that, it wasn't even like 5 seconds, y'all. Everything happened so fast, so I'm just giving y'all details. Baby, when I tell you that African man bent over on that bed, girl, and mama snatched her pants off and got to messing with him, girl, I said, oh my gosh. Like, not in front of my salad, bitch. Friend's getting his back beaten and he's having a grand ass time, girl. I'm like, this is too much. I'm laying back like this, right? This is the baseboard behind me. So I'm laying back on the baseboard like this. Just watching friend get plowed down, girl. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is cute, I guess. Like, all right, what's next? Jermaine is, like, laying across my lap, like, in front of me, but, like, what is this? Horizontally? He's laying east to west across my legs. So as he's laying right there, right, he's laying, like, facing me. Like, his face is facing me. But he's got, like, his butt, like, facing, like, out, like, towards the bottom of the bed, right? So, girl, like, why? 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 Am I sitting there and me and Jermaine, we talking? This pancake booty bitch, she crawls up on the bed behind my man. And girl, why did she get to finagle with him in front of me, girl? I said, oh no, this bitch is disrespectful. Girl, she's literally beating Jermaine's back in while he's laying across my legs. I can't move. Jermaine is big. Like, and he's not fat. He's big, muscular, tall, stocky, heavy. I'm only like, girl, 5'5". At that time, I weighed like 145. Bitch, I'm like 160, like 2 now. Honey, that man is heavy. And these little ass legs, girl. After she reached her climax or whatever Usher said, and she had her little moment, girl. She went head on and like started putting back on her clothes. She went to go use the bathroom. So after that, I'm kind of feeling salty. I'm not talking to Jermaine like that. Because why would you let this bitch fuck you in front of me? I'm laying up against the bed. And then there's another knock on the door. I'm like, y'all, this has to be like a sex ring or something. Because there's no reason why there's another knock on the door. Now, either you was too loud and the neighbors heard you calling a name, calling somebody's name or whatever it is. I don't know. But what is he? So, girl, the same guy, friend, the African guy, he walks up to the door, opens the hotel room door. Girl, this heavyset man walks on in. Dark skin, nasty ass dreads, girl. Fresh cut, nasty ass dreads. And he's like, hello, hello. I'm like, oh, hey. He's like, hey. Then the African guy, like, flips over, girl, bends down, and lets this man beat him up. And mind you, the heavyset guy didn't put on not one condom, y'all. I'm like, oh, you do this every day. Because there's no way. That could never be me. There's no way I could be done just got finished letting somebody put themselves in me and then not even give myself an opportunity to recover and then be ready for the next opponent. Girl, this is not Mortal Kombat. What is you doing? The heavyset guy is looking at me and I'm looking at him and he's looking at me, look at him, and I'm looking at him like, boo, please don't think this is going to be that. Because that will never be this. Do not get beside yourself and think that I'm here for you to try to do something with me. Because, boo, I do not know you like that. We all kind of just took a little break. We've all relaxed at this point. And we all get to asking each other questions. So, people asking me, like, where am I from? Like, did I grow up in Memphis? Whatever the case may be, right? I'm answering the questions, telling them about myself, blah, blah. The trans girl, she's asking me, like, about, like, starting hormone therapy, all that stuff. I'm talking to my sister. I'm like, yeah, girl, like, I would love to start that, but I'm so nervous because I don't know what my dad would think, blah, blah, right? So, we get on around to the heavyset dude. Let's just say the heavyset guy's name. Let's call him Eric, okay? So, we going around to Eric. I'm like, Eric, so where are you from?
Why you need to know where I'm from?
Okay. It's like, so, what do you do for work?
I just work like everybody else. Like, why you wanna know?
So I'm like, automatically, in my head, this bitch is rude. I don't like you. And these aren't even, like, invasive questions. We're just trying to get to know you because, hell, we're all here. So, girl, after that, the trans girl, she done, like, got herself together, packed her stuff up, and she done left, right? So now, I'm guessing the African guy friend, he went around, too, with big boys. So, they went ahead on, did their little 1, 6, 2, 3, 3s, and 4s, right? So, after that, friend gets up, and then he goes to the dresser, does another whatever he needs to do, girl, smokes another whatever he needs to smoke, honey, and then, like, he grabs this bucket of ice, girl, and he's just eating the bucket of ice, girl. He walks over to me, girl, and he tries to kiss me again. I'm like, child, no. Like, at that point, I move my head over, girl. You can kiss my neck, whatever you gonna do, but I don't want you in my face. Like, girl, I don't know you. Like, stop trying to put your mouth on me. I don't know you. we all kind of like sat down, we talked. I'm finna get ready to put my clothes on because at this point, I'm 100% turned off. The vibe in the room completely shifted when that guy walked in. Eric, whatever the fuck I called him. Mind you guys, I had to use the bathroom. So as I'm walking around the room, I have my underwear on, and I had on these little white, itty bitty, like, little tighty whitey, like, boxer type things. They were real small, but they was cute. Like, I had my little booty looking good. Girl, I said my high school body. So, she was giving very much so snatched to the gods, okay? So, she was walking around with her little body out, girl, her little titties was out. Her little ass was showing. And, girl, why his friend looking at me like on his next meal? Like, babes, I swear, if this man touches me, that will be your last time touching anybody. You better not ever think you finna reach over and grab no piece of meat, no piece of fat, no bone, no tendon, no blood vessel, no vein up on my body. And I don't know you. I went to go pee. Come on back out. The lights are back off again. And Jermaine is like sitting up against the base of the headboard like this, right? So I come on back around. I go sit like, at the like bottom edge of the bed, right? So I done put my shirt on. I done found my pajama pants. I done put my little pajama pants on, right? I done grabbed my do-rag back on. And I got my little purse with me and this little plastic bag that had my little oils in, right? So, girl, I'm sitting up. Gonna put my shoes on. Girl, why did the African man holler out some,
I think the niche was empty.
Girl, when I tell you that room got so quiet, honey, I could have heard my ancestors' cries. I said, no, the fuck I don't. Like, boy, who the fuck are you to offer up my asshole to somebody I don't even fucking know? Like, girl, is this what you do? Is this what y'all do? I don't know what type of bitch y'all are or you are, but I'm not that, girl. I have standards. Don't play with me. Excuse me. I'm guessing the African guy friend, whatever I call him, he supposedly, I guess, hit another whatever he hit, and he started feeling real frisky, feeling real froggy. He wanted to leap, girl. So he walks on, like, well, not really walks, girl. Well, I mean, technically he did, but he didn't, if that makes sense. Because he was, like, at the edge of the bed, but he kind of, like, I'm not going to explain what he did, girl, but let's just say he crawled. Let's just say he crawled, okay? Let's say he crawled. So he crawled on up on the bed, very much so like Paranormal Activity-ish. So he crawls on up on the bed, girl, and he crawls on up like under the cover, right? So again, Jermaine's sitting like this, well, laying like this at this point, and he walks on up under so he crawls under the covers. So he's crawling on up to Jermaine and stuff under the covers, girl, trying to be seductive. I'm assuming, girl, like what type of porn did you watch where you learned that? That was so tacky. He crawls on up under there, and girl, like he gets to munching on Jermaine. So Jermaine picks up his phone, and I don't know what possessed him to do this. Hold on, y'all. I need to stop this real quick. Excuse me, y'all. I was at like 41 minutes, and I didn't want it to like end on me, if that makes sense. Because if it would have ended, 41 minutes of a story time, gone. I would have been pissed. But why did Jermaine take his phone, right, and he turned on his flashlight? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing? So as soon as he turned on his flashlight, right, the heavyset dude, he like turns around real fast, and then the African guy, he like throws a blanket over his head. So we all was like, Jermaine, what are you doing? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? You tripping? Like, what's up with you? Why did you do that? He was like, oh, I was trying to see you. Talking about the heavyset dude. Now let me tell you something. The heavyset guy, when he walked in, skin tone wise, he was a darker toned man. Now, there's one or two things I could take from this. Now, either Jermaine really couldn't see because he did wear glasses, or he was trying to be funny. Gays catch on the shit real quick. Girl, he thought he was funny. Bitch, that man said,
what you need to look at me for? I'm nothing to look at.
I'm like, well, at least you know.
You can't be recording me because if you record me, it'll ruin my life. If this video gets out, it'll ruin my life.
First of all, now, if nobody knows that you're gay, I must be straight. Because there's no way that nobody knows that you're gay. Because even a blind man could see, bitch, Stevie Wonder could tap you with a cane and know this nigga's gay. Helen Keller ass, she couldn't hear or see. She wouldn't know, bitch. How don't nobody else know? Because you look gay. And let me say this. Only people that are part of the LGBTQI community, they know what I'm talking about. You know when somebody's gay. You know when somebody around you is gay. You know when somebody around you is a trans person. You just know. You literally just know. You just know. Ain't nobody safe when a gay person's around, okay? You know, for anybody else know, bitch, and you just better hope we don't clock your ass. He was like,
don't be trying to record me.
And that's when Jermaine was like,
bitch, nobody trying to fucking record you.
He was like, well, what you turning your fucking flashlight for, bitch? You were trying to record me. He was like,
bitch.
I was like, oh my God, here we go. Because, baby, we do not need that. We are all naked in this room. I don't know this man. You don't know this man. You know, he could have a gun on him. Child, you just never know, honey. Ain't nobody got time for all that shit. So I'm like, everybody, let's just relax. Let's just relax. He was like, this bitch talking about I'm recording her. Well, not her, but, you know, naturally, that's how I talk. But he's like, this bitch talking about I'm recording him. Ain't nobody trying to fucking record you. So then after that, you know, he turned off these little, well, his flashlight, he turned his flashlight off way before then. So now, everybody kind of like sitting down. We done calm down a little bit. So we're sitting there, and the heavyset guy gets to like wanting to touch on the African guy again, right? So they get to, I guess, getting around through each child, doing their own little thing, girl. Because at this point, I done told everybody and everything out because I'm ready to go home. The guy finally, like, you know, he erupted like Mount St. Helens, the heavyset guy. So after that, child, you know, we sit in a room and we just started looking around. Because, I mean, like, there was nothing else to do at that point. The mood was thrown off. People pissed. Folks ready to go home. And the African guy was like, hey, I'm about to go run downstairs because I need to give me some more ice. And we was like, okay, cool. Like, go ahead and go, you know, do what you need to do. And we talking about the solidified water this time. It's just me and Jermaine and Eric, or the heavyset guy, in the room. So he's just sitting there, spinning around in the chair, looking around. And then me and Jermaine are like, okay, are you going to go? Or, like, what are you doing? The vibe is off. You done finished yourself off. Like, why are you still here? It's like, yeah, you know, I got to get ready to go because I got work tomorrow. And Jermaine was like, yeah, I got to get ready to go too because I got work tomorrow as well. So as we're getting ready, you know, the heavyset guy, he finally gets the memo. And then he starts putting on his clothes, right? Because, I mean, at this point, really, we all were definitely getting ready to go because we were so over it. So, you know, in the midst of that, you know, the African guy is texting Jermaine. Now, I heard this from Jermaine after the fact, but he was texting Jermaine about how weird the heavyset guy was and how, like, he just made everything so awkward and so, like, confrontational for no fucking reason. He was just being very, like, rude. So, you know, every guy comes on back up the stairs, right? And he comes on in, and we already have all our clothes on. So the African guy starts putting on his clothes as well. So as he's putting on his clothes, the heavyset guy's like, all right, well, I'll probably see you guys later or something like that. And then he walks on out the door, right? And he closes the door. And the African guy was like, bye, like, I'll talk to you later. And then he closes the door and locks it, right? We all turn around and we look at each other and then we all busted out and started laughing. Literally, we started laughing because it was like, that dude was so fucking weird. So, like, we're literally sitting around talking about how weird that guy was. And then, like, you know, why? Because, bitch, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with Jermaine, but this bitch had some fucking nerve, girl. He was like, hey, Denise. I'm like, yeah, boo.
I know you trans or whatever, but you need to get your style up.
Now, I know this acid wash jeans, ripped shirt, black Air Force Ones, no hairline having ass. I just know this bitch that's dressed in emoji sweatpants attire is not trying to tell me I need to get my style up. Bitch, you're stuck in 2010s era. What are you talking about? And you're damn near 40. I don't understand why I caught a stray bullet. What the fuck did I do? So I'm like, oh, boo, so you just trying to try some shit, right? Because, you know, you got the right one, and you better be glad that I'm ready to go. Because if I wasn't ready to go, I would have read his ass to filth. I said, yeah. So then after that, the African guy was like, oh, are you getting ready to go? I'm like, yeah, I'm finna get ready to go. He was like, oh, well, okay, I'll get your Uber for you. I said, oh, well, thank you, that's very sweet. So Fran gets my Uber. Fran walks me outside. When I say Fran, again, I'm talking about the African guy. Fran walks me outside. And he's like, hey, you know, I apologize about everything that went down. You know, it was really crazy. Hopefully, like, next time, like, we'll be able to hang out again. I'm like, yeah, like, hopefully we are able to hang out again. You've been very, very kind to me. He was like, yeah, you know, thank you, blah, blah, blah. You know, a cute little, like, goodbye conversation. And then Jermaine told my son,
you're finna get ready to go?
I'm like, yeah, I got work in the morning. Whole time, girl, I didn't have work in the morning, bitch. I just wanted to go home.
I wanted you to stay because I wanted you to kind of do us too.
After you done sat here and got beat the fuck up and then he either got beat up by 2 different people, you think that I'm gonna put myself inside of both y'all? Girl, you done lost your rabbit ass mind. Got in the Uber driver, came on home, honey, and then after that, like, I literally did not see him until, like, a little ways after that. And then, girl, like, why I hear some tea, child. And I'm not gonna say what the tea was, but, I was on an app, I was on Jax, and, child, somebody texted me, and they told me some information about Mr. Jermaine. And when I found out the information, baby, when I tell you, that shit shook me so bad. Because one thing I'm not going to do is disclose anybody's personal information or personal business. Because that's not how I am. I don't roll that way. But the information that was brought to me, when I brought it up to him, because I wanted to know if it was true or not, he never answered the question. He blocked me. So that's when I knew that it was true. So, girl, after that, I never saw a friend ever again. So, I mean, like, girl, if it's true, it's true. Get yourself together, boo. Because, like, if you know, so, and there's nothing wrong with that, but, you know, whatever. However, though, y'all, thank you all so much for tuning into this little story time. Hopefully, I told this pretty good. I'm not too sure, because bitch, it was a struggle. A hoe couldn't breathe. We was nappy. Y'all, I still got a bowl full of noodles. Ain't shit. God damn. Girl, I wish I could shake this shit off like Taylor Swift said, or shake this shit like a skin on a snake, because I can't do this. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this little story time. If you guys like this story time, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. I'll never see it. Please make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Videos like this one. You can love my gorgeous face, obviously. Like I said in the beginning, share with your friends, your family, your foes, all that. And I will catch you badass bitches in my next story time. Bye, bitches.